Fuck! At that moment, I knew I fucked up. But anyways, guys, hello all. This is an older, well, not an older clip. This is literally like what, from yesterday, 2 days ago. But anyways, guys, what is up, you amazing, beautiful people of DC Universe Online? Yes, I said Universe. But that's literally my catchphrase now. Anyways, let's transition to the video. This is I decided to make this an 18-minute video just because. This was an elite run, obviously, of me rage miting. This was honestly not too bad, as bad, well, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be because of the geared loadout that I chose. But I wanted to reiterate the discrepancy between Might and Prec. As you guys know, I used kind of an anchor here. His name is Profusion. To kind of, test my loadout. Just, he didn't even care. He was just flurry shotting. But, even if he was probably trying as hard as he was, again, it would be the same result, right? But if he were to try as hard as he would have smoked me. Well, he did smoke me here by like 8 mil. All right, that in boss damage. Of course, in overall damage, that's another story. Because might will. I'm not gonna say always be top in overall, but you could definitely have an advantage in overall damage because you're pretty much hitting everything, split damage, etc., etc., etc. Right? So that's the cool thing about that. We also had another might in here, my boy DPS, Toxic Disaster. He's a god with atomic might. Well, maybe not a god, but I'm joking. He's a god. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting run. I did definitely expect to get heated or like just demolished by the embers or just die out, which obviously I didn't because I'm uploading this video. But it was a pretty good run. It was I ended up top overall, which I mean that doesn't really mean anything in terms of my test, but I got 8 milled. So what does that mean for us people saying that Might and Prec are balanced, which they're fucking not. This is probably the best loadout I could have made at the time, honestly. I mean, there's a tornado pull loadout, but what the fuck? Look, there's no way I'm gonna put tornado pull in a rage range loadout because if I were to clip, like, my tornado pull would be in place of channel hate, right? So if I were to replace tornado pull or channel hate with tornado pull, I would clip out of dreadful blast into tornado pull, and I would just leave my character rendered useless, vulnerable to interrupt, just sitting there. And that's not really practical for an elite run because, you're just sitting there, right? This channel hate proved to be a better single target move than I thought it would be because, it's obviously a channel move and it, pretty much tracks. I could run with it, because whenever, like, Forge Master Hawkman, see, I was getting 2 milled right there, pretty much, at least, I think. Screen's small right now. But, whenever I use channel hate, I would use channel hate when the tank would move Forge Master Hawkman, so I didn't really lose damage. Because, it sucks when I'm dreadful blasting and then, Forge Master Hawkman out of nowhere, lunge! Just freaking astronaut walks to the other side of the map, right? So I went with the setup here of Strategist card, Transformation card, and Solar Amp. I could have probably used Soul Cloak instead of Strategist card, but I just wanted to test the proccing of Strategist card. Which, that shouldn't matter either way, because Soul Cloak wouldn't have made, like, an amazing difference in my supers, and besides, I was using Neo Venom instead of Berserk. Maybe it would have affected my gameplay here, but even then, I didn't really get too many Berserks off, that successfully, but that's just the way of the game. And even if I did, I would not, get 8 mil damage out of them, or even anything close, probably. I would probably get, maybe 6 milled, maybe at lucky. Or maybe, if it was really good, maybe 5 mil with it. But either way, in PCE, I ended up getting 5 mil, which I'm going to upload the gameplay here. I'm probably just going to upload the last boss, because that's the only boss that, I did good. But the only reason I did good was because there were 4 bosses in the room. And, I get split damage off of them with Dreadful Blast. Maybe not as much as Nature, but still, it's a lot of split damage that I have. And I have an advantage over Prec DPSs. Prec DPSs, they're only hitting one target, and I was parsing super high, but that didn't matter once the ads came in, because I would get more overall damage, and, some boss damage from, the split damage from Dreadful Blast, and of course I lost because my boy Pro is a beast. But yeah, this discrepancy between might and prec is there, especially with powers besides nature. Not so much with like celestial hard light; those are kind of more situational things. Like this DLC, they would suck because you're stuck. You're kind of planted on the ground. It's really bad for survivability. But apparently, according to my boy Crash Allen, we're just all garbage. According to him, with my 200 Las Pit and my 200, Entwined Wings Bazaar, I can't keep up with Preg DPS. I wonder why. I actually do wonder why. But anyways, I'd love to see a clip of him going in with Absorb Heat. Hitting 50k ticks because that's what you gotta hit to keep up with a Prec DPS as a fire might, and be useful. Which fire might is actually a pretty good power, in terms of single target. But of course, it's not Prec, so whatever. And I wonder why half the game is Prec anyways. Oh, because it's easy to use. I mean, yeah, it's easy to use once you get Flurry shot down, but maybe you just forgot the fact that might is shit. This is a pretty good permutation here. This is a pretty good example of one of 3.7 trillion permutations that I wasn't going to test, because all the other permutations that you're probably thinking of are probably just a hindrance to my survivability and or not practical. Why would I use Clown Box in my loadout? Why would I use Gag Glove in a Rage single target loadout? You know what I mean? So right there, that already takes half of those 3.7 trillion permutations that you so speak of. And of course, I was going to go acrobatics, but I found that to be a waste because I already tested it. It's pretty much acrobatics would be a pretty close match to this. Anyways, because you know why? Because I tested it last DLC. Tested it before. Tested it the DLC before that. And the DLC before that. You know what I mean? So, me being an ass might player, maybe my test is a hindrance because of human error, but none the fact, I still stand by my point, and I'm sure that a lot of other people stand by their points of might is at a disadvantage when it comes to survivability, and that's why people use Prec. Might is at a disadvantage in terms of damage in most power sets. Because let me get a clip of someone parsing 50k with a Rage of Might ST on a sparring target in this DLC. Full maxed out Might, no buff colas, no trolls, no nada. Without a Tetra 2, without a Claw. No, you're not gonna fucking parse that. You know why? Because it's ass. Alright? You're not gonna parse 50 million K with a fucking Clown Box as your supercharge. Alright? That's not gonna happen. I even tested out Lasso. I even tested out Remorse Recovery to see if the supercharged cheese still worked. And even then, it wouldn't even be better than Prec. Like, what? And the fact is, why Prec is better, you're going to see in this video, that is, the bosses love to lunge around and go around. And I'm pretty immobile as Might. You know what I mean? When it comes to zerking. Like, I could be in the middle of Dreadful Blast and Dawnbreaker could just lunge to the other side of the map. And, I'm kind of immobile as Might, unless I use Channel Hate. So if I'm in the middle of Dreadful Blast trying to get Zerg damage off, that's probably not going to work. Unless I'm in Channel Hate and I somehow get close enough in literally like 1 second to get the rest of my Berserk damage off. But even then, it's still a damage loss. So I don't get where this argument is coming from, where everybody's just, bruh. You know what I mean? And when I say the discrepancy between Might and Prec, I'm not talking about, literally everything that's Prec. I'm literally talking about the dual Flurry Shot and Doom Spin. And, of course, the fact is, people are saying, oh, well, Doom Spin is not as good as Might, because Might is made for AoE and Prec is made for single target. I'm like, okay, that's fair enough, whatever. But the fact is that Doom Spin is parsing higher than most Might powers. Well, look, bro. Look, I went nature, and I'm parsing more than a mental DPS using the poop. I'm throwing poop and parsing more than mental on AoE and sorcery on AoE. Like, that's honestly stupid. And if you think Doomspin is parsing what nature's parsing throwing poop, you're honestly dumb. Doomspin is parsing like 100k on 3 targets. 80k on 3 targets. Some stupid number, you know what I mean? And nature's parsing like, what, 40k throwing poop? 50k throwing poop? And that's just throwing poop too, like I don't know about, Wolf, AoE, that's parsing like a whole nother number with all Gemini ticks and whatever, but, my argument still stands. I believe 100% so. If anyone thinks that Might is better than Might, my prec or anybody else's prec. Look, bro, I'm putting up money right fucking now. If you can out DPS me as might, that's not nature, that's not hard light, that's not celestial, I will. Or, well, not gadgets either, because gadgets actually does pretty good this DLC. I'm not gonna lie. My boy Smooshy kind of proved that point. You know, it wasn't doing as bad as I thought it would. You know, because I didn't think you would get that close to the bosses. But anyways, you know, just I'm just putting putting money up out there. You know, putting my point out there because I completely wholeheartedly believe that practice better than might. All right. So that's my little analysis. Well, of course, right now I'm not prec. I'm nature might because I'm enjoying that power. But even so, go against any other prec DPS. I.e. Seb, i.e. Hollow Gohan, i.e. Memories, i.e. Rev Almighty, i.e. Tumbling Master when he gets his artifacts up, if he returns to the game, because I saw him around. DPS, Restoration, anyway, just anybody. I don't care who. And of course circumstances, exist because, some people like to die. I mean, what? Some people do die, and of course, survivability wins all. But even then, if it was a clean way, then, or clean way, clean run, I doubt a might's gonna be on top, unless they're nature, or hard light. You know what I mean? Like basically all the outliers, right? But because Atomic's not parsing shit on single target. Rage, you have to use Berserk to parse shit on single target, and even then, it's not even practical in most cases. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I really had to say. Oh yeah, munitions might's pretty good on single target. But of course, they're all channel powers, which is kind of impractical. And Soma, god damn it! I'm joking. My boy Soma decides to lose aggro sometimes. We've grown used to it. I'm joking. I mean... Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I'm just gonna leave some music on because whatever. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out, guys. Oh wait, before I go, I gotta plug my shit. I gotta be one of those annoying YouTubers now. Obviously in my about section, you guys can find my Discord, Twitter, Brave. If you guys don't know what Brave is, it's free money, whatever. I'm not gonna explain it more. You guys can check out one of my more recent videos. I was actually keeping up with Restoration. He said 3 mil behind, but I was 2 mil. He rounded up. But, I was actually keeping up, which was actually pretty surprising. Yeah, now that I remember what happened. But Pro fucking annihilated me. He's not even a maximized prec, but he really knows how to go single target. He goes in, bro. My boy Pro Fusion, he goes fucking in, man, with that dual flurry shot, alright? Oh yeah, Pro Fusion too. Forgot to say his name amongst others. You know what I mean? Of other fellow flurry shotters. Because I like sometimes I forget Pro because I'm like, dude, he's the atomic mic god, but now he's a flurry shotter. He's one of us. But anyways, now about section, Discord, Twitter, Brave. If you guys don't already know, it's my web browser. Well, not my web browser. It's the web browser I've been using lately to get some extra monies. You know what I mean? Some extra income never hurts. Just for browsing the web, which is cool. You could either donate tokens to me, your favorite streamers, or you guys can use that and put it in your wallet, bank account, whatever, which is cool too. Of course, I reached my following of Twitch goal, which was 200. My goal now is 500. I don't know if 500 people even watch DC on Twitch, but I do hopefully you guys come on to Twitch because I had a really fun stream yesterday. If I can have that every day, honestly, I would stream every day. I don't care. I would literally stream every day. And there might be schedule changes now that I have to do some things with my streams. But relatively, I stream pretty much every day. Just so you guys know. And of course, it's beautiful. I do love streaming. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna leave you guys off now that I plugged everything. And goodbye, guys. Costi out and put some music on. And obviously, you guys could just skip to the scoreboard. This is the boring part. Because we're trying to kill Red Death takes forever. And yeah. So, bye, guys. Have an amazing, beautiful, good day.
strike, you were on the right path. And black door in the forest isn't here to taunt us, cause it's going nowhere. You gotta move on, cause shadows in the dark are always coming towards you. Red eyes in the night, you put them out of sight. Don't be paralyzed, move on to Nirvana or Shangri-La. Trees, branches, leaves, covering the skyline, blocking off the sunlight, making new like midnight. White house on the right, it calls you to the light, put it out of sight. You need to try and see the forest from the trees. Don't be paralyzed, move on to Nirvana or